Jai Baba, Chapter 96. Baba is truly all-knowing. He is God incarnate but insists that he is Allah's servant and slave. We have done phenomenal meritorious deeds in our past lives to have come under his shelter and protection in our present lifetime. Coming under his shelter too is only through his grace and compassion. Baba is all merciful. One day, two men came from Goa to Shirdi and took Baba's darshan. After prostrating at Baba's feet, they sat down in front of Baba. Sainatha looked at one of the men and asked for dakshina. "I want you to give me 15 rupees, he told one of the gentlemen who was seated. With great happiness, the man gave dakshina to Baba. It was common knowledge that Baba did not ask for dakshina from everybody. It was only the fortunate ones who were made to give him dakshina. The other man removed a sum of 35 rupees and placed the money in front of Baba as an offering. Baba declined the money and the poor man was crestfallen. He was not only saddened but also surprised. In those days, 35 rupees was a large sum of money, and here was this fakir in a kafni stitched in innumerable places, refusing this king's ransom. Shama was present as always. After seeing the other man's dejected face, Shama turned towards Baba. "Deva, why have you refused this man's heartfelt offering? Both these men are friends and have come to you for the first time. Why is that? You are a saint and a fakir. You shouldn't differentiate between your followers. Also, it doesn't make sense that you happily receive a smaller amount and reject a larger sum offered to you. Nothing makes sense, as I would have happily accepted the larger sum offered to me." Baba looked at Shama. "Shama, I have told you countless times that I did not ask for anything. I do not ask for anything. It is the goddess of this Masjid Mai who points to the person whom she wants something from, and it is the goddess who demands even the exact amount which she so desires from that person. I have no role to play in this transaction of give and take. Remember, when she asks for money from somebody, she frees that person of some great karmic debt. Also, I am a fakir. I have no family and no wants. I am free from all such longing of money, wealth and comfort. Remember this well, Shamya. People take pledges and promise the goddess certain things when they are in need or are in trouble. Then they forget their vows. Whether they have taken vows in this lifetime or the past ones matters little, as the goddess never forgets. When she asks for dakshina through me, in reality she is freeing those people of their debt of not fulfilling their vows which were taken by them. Also, Shamya, the consequences of slander, lies, deceit, debt, theft and murder have to be experienced. When the goddess takes dakshina from that person, she is releasing that person from the consequences and karmic ramification of those deeds. I am most happy with the child who has no debt to pay to anybody, not to another human being, not to the laws of karma, and not to the goddess, god or guru. I am most happy when an individual is debt-free. By resorting to charity and helping those who are in need, indirectly you are paying off all pending debts which are accumulated over many lifetimes. That is why I insist with everybody to help those who are in need, be it man, woman, child, animal, bird, fish and all living beings. You ask me why the goddess asked this man for 15 rupees through me? Well, then hear this story. This man was going through poverty. One day he prayed that if he earned 15 rupees as salary, he would offer his very first 15 rupees earned to the Lord. Very soon he got a job where he earned 15 rupees. But when he got his first salary, he forgot about his vow. In a short while, his salary rose from 15 to 30 rupees. Then it doubled to 60, and in a short while he earned the large sum of 100 rupees as a salary. With God's grace, in a matter of time, he began to earn the princely sum of 700 rupees. You see, he sits in front of me because of the good deeds of his past lives and also because his destiny so dictates. I have only asked him for what belongs to me, which he had promised when he started out in his career. I asked for my 15 rupees. I have freed him from the debt of forgetting his vow. The goddess is all merciful. Now let me tell you another story, Shamya. One day I was by the seaside and there was this big bungalow. The bungalow had a long, wide veranda. I sat down on the veranda and was admiring the view outside. The bungalow belonged to a wealthy Brahmin. When he saw that I was resting on his veranda, he welcomed me with love, asked me to be more comfortable, and also asked me if I would like some refreshment. Generously, he offered me a lot of food and drink. After the meal, he showed me a very comfortable cupboard which was built in a wall. It was clean inside, and he told me to rest in this calm place. I fell fast asleep. When he saw me sleeping, he somehow removed all the contents from my pocket, completely emptying me of all my material possessions. Baba halted as other devotees filed in to take his blessings. We shall continue with this story in the next chapter. Peace be to all. Baba bless us that we complete all our vows and repay all our debts of this life and the past, so that we are freed and can dwell in the goddess and Baba's favor for eternity. Jai Sai.